right outside the Weakley County Courthouse in Tennessee. This is P9. I'm about to do a walkthrough of downtown Dresden, Tennessee. So stay tuned for a cool and informative vlog filled with nice scenery and all that good stuff. Let's get into it. Let's go. What's going on, good people? This is P9 coming at you guys with another vlog, and I am here in the town of Dresden, Tennessee. Now, Dresden is the town and seat of Weakley County, which, by the way, just celebrated its bicentennial 3 years ago. As you can see, this beautiful mural that sits right outside the Weakley County Courthouse. It's a really nicely designed mural commemorating the bicentennial of Weakley County, which was established in 1823. And this mural was put together by Terry Dash. Terry Dash did a good job on this vlog. This was October 2023 when she did the mural. So shout out to Terry Dash. And as we continue into downtown Dresden. Now this courthouse right here was designed by Nashville architects Joseph Holman and Thomas Moore in 1949 after the 1948 fire destroyed the previous courthouse to this. So kind of looks like your typical colonial revival architectural style courthouse. But yeah. Right here at the town square, Court Square Deli right across the street, a couple antique shops, a salon, urban design salon and spa, an urban boutique. Here's a sign for Tennessee Highway 54. E.T. Revis and Sons, looks like a clothing store over there. As we approach the other side of the courthouse. And there goes the military Weakley County War Memorial, dedicated to all the soldiers from Weakley County who have served in the armed services. So shout out to all of those. You'll typically, when you come to a lot of these smaller towns, you'll typically see in the county courthouses, the county seats, you'll see a memorial dedicated to the soldiers from that particular area with the American flag, of course. And the statues, of course. It's really nicely done. Really nicely done sculpture made out of stone. Stephen Royce Lamb, U.S. Air Force, 2008 to 2015. Salute to Mr. Lamb. And this is part of the Blue Star Memorial Highway, which is a tribute to the armed forces. And this is pretty cool right here. They have looks like a bronze sculpture. And then you have the Tennessee state symbol right here that's etched into the ground, along with the Tennessee state flag with the 3 stars. But yeah, this is Ned Ray McWhirter, who was the 46th governor of the state of Tennessee. As you can see right here with the motto, "One of Us." He served as the governor from 1987 to 1995. He also served as the Postal Board of Governors in 95 to 2003. So this is some more of his achievements. So shout out to Ned Ray McWhirter. He has his fedora in his left hand. He's just staring off into the sunset. Really nice bronze sculpture of Mr. Ned Ray McWhirter. Sits right outside of the Weakley County Courthouse. And the Weakley County Courthouse sits across from the Dresden Municipal Complex. That looks like a more modernized building in terms of the architecture. And this is a marker that tells the Civil War history here in Weakley County. And Weakley County's residents voted to stay with the Union in June 1861, while most of West Tennessee supported the Confederacy. Local farmer and slave owner John Drury spoke passionately against secession here at the courthouse. On June 8th, he declared, "I have abiding faith that those among you may survive the shock of the next 6 months and will eat their Christmas dinner under the stars and stripes." So yeah, this is some history of some images from some of the figures in the Civil War that were from Weakley County. You had Captain John G. Ballantyne from the Confederate Veteran magazine in 1917. And you have Major Carl Schaefer D. Bornstein. Images courtesy of the University of Tennessee Archives. And this is the Lockbridge Homestead, courtesy of the University of Tennessee again. You have a gentleman holding a rifle outside. Very common in the Deep South, of course. So you just had a conflict here in the divided by conflict county of Weakley County. So they kind of stood on their own, you know, in regards to whether they wanted to succeed. You know, you had all the players right here. You know, there was a bridge that was burned here in Dresden during the first West Tennessee raid conducted by Nathan B. Forrest. And, you know, so they were basically just gathering a bunch of intel on the Union troops so that way they could strategically and tactically move in on the Union troops. So that's basically what war is. It's like a chess game. Chess, not checkers. And this, of course, is part of the Tennessee Civil War trails. They have a banner commemorating or honoring James Ford, who served 21 years in the U.S. Army. Shouts out to him. And you also have this historical marker that gives a background of Weakley County and when it was established. It was established October 24th, 1823, and named for Robert Weakley, then Speaker of the State Senate of Tennessee. In 1825, John Terrell gave 39 acres for the county seat. Martin Lawler, Richard Ridgway, John R. Schultz, Perry Vincent, and Mears Warner commissioners planned the town of Dresden, and it was named for the German birthplace of Warner's father. Weakley County was one of the homes of the Davy Crockett, who in his present courthouse was built in 1950, and it's the fourth building to serve that function. Wow, that's crazy that this was built in 1950 and it was the fourth courthouse. So in a little over a century, Weakley County has went through 4 courthouses. That's crazy. But that was common. A lot of courthouses would burn down. You know, fires were very common. And then you had the city fires that were widespread. You had a lot of those in the history. So, you know, a lot of these cities just had to be built from the ground up. And you had another Confederate statue, honor of the Confederate soldiers of Weakley County, Tennessee, who served in the Civil War. And some more shops over here. They have a Kemp's Men's Shop with the windows gutted out at the top. It's that brick, that one of the red bricks in the center. Kemp's Men's Shop. They also have a, looks like a firearm shop. I don't know if it's still open, but it has the signage there. Have a law office, a K&K pawn shop. Pretty nice courthouse square. Huntington Bank right over here. And you have the Dresden post office right over there as well. There's some construction going on right here. MSB Construction of Jackson, Tennessee. All the contractors on the job. Looks like they're renovating this building, which functions as a chamber of commerce for Weakley County. Okay. Shout out to the blue collar workers, including the construction workers, for the jobs that they do. They have a very tough job, but you know, they make sure that we have the buildings, the infrastructure and everything like that. The Martin Post and the Dresden Enterprise operate out of this building. Those are the local publications where you get your news sources, the local news sources here in Dresden, Weakley County. We have a church right there, St. James Community Church over there. It's that green building. Well, at least it's a brick building, has a green roof on it. So not a whole lot down that way. It looks like that road leads out of town. It's an abandoned building, which looks like at one point in time it may have been an auto garage. They have a Napa down there, Napa Auto Parts down that way. Check that out. They go another tractor. If you come to the deep south or if you go to the Midwest, you'll see a lot of farming equipment on the roads. Okay. They have a little consignment shop right here, Claire Brook Consignment and More. Closed until further notice due to rain damage. Hope to see you soon. That'll be nice, because these businesses, I understand these businesses definitely need their support. So hopefully they get back up and going soon. Things like storm damage and things like that do occur, especially here in the deep south. So we pray that these businesses continue to operate and function back to its normal functionality in the aftermath of the recent storm. This is the Antiques on the Square. It looks like a nice shop. They too are closed until further notice. Looks like they have some nice antiques, nice merchandise in there. So, yeah. Court Square Deli.
Get over here and sit down.
Hey. A dog right there. Urban.
Right now. Four.
Yeah, that was a dog. Dog was kind of trailing me, but the owner, who works at the restaurant, the owner of the dog basically got the dog to come back over to where she was. Looked like a nice little dog. I don't know. But yeah, still right here on the Courthouse Square. It's like a little painting of some flowers. The flower box. Okay. A flower shop right here. That sits next to the municipal building. So I take it that Dresden Municipal Complex is essentially the town hall for Dresden. And fun fact, I don't know if you guys, for those who watch the NBA, followed the NBA in the 90s to like early 2000s, y'all might be familiar with a fellow by the name of Popeye Jones, Ronald Popeye Jones. Well, he's from Dresden, Tennessee, grew up here. And I was doing my research for Dresden. I found out that he is from this town. And I was like, wow, I remember Popeye Jones. I remember watching him. You know, he was a reserve player. He mostly came off the bench a lot of times, you know, role player, solid rebounder. But he grew up here, played at the local high school, Dresden High School. Ended up going to University of Tennessee, and the rest is history. Had a pretty long career in the NBA. I remember him specifically from the Washington Wizards towards the end of his career. He played there when Michael Jordan came back out of retirement, played for the Wizards. Just thought I'd throw that footnote in there since I was here in the town. And look at that, they have a modern fire, like it's like a six engine or six garage fire station for the fire department here in Dresden. And this is the Weakley County office building, and it also has the election commission office. And nice little home right there across the street. And in the distance, you can even see the Dresden Water Tower. And a bunch of campaign posters across the way right here. Charlie Hatcher for Congress. David Lackey for County Commissioner. So a bunch of campaign literature over here. Fritz for governor, running for governor. Haggerty running for U.S. Senate, endorsed by Trump. So you have Marsha Blackburn running for governor. Fritz for governor. Haggerty, the U.S. Senate, endorsed by Trump. I mean, this is Trump. This is a conservative part of which Tennessee is a red state. It is very conservative, so this doesn't come as any surprise. Charlie Hatcher for Congress. Andy Ogles, endorsed by Trump. Yeah. Yep, small Tennessee town of Dresden. Right here at the Courthouse Square. And this is where I will conclude this vlog. I'd like to thank everybody for tapping into this vlog. If you made it this far, make sure you hit the like button. Also, if you're new to the channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button along with the notification bell. And once you hit the bell, make sure you select all. That way you get notified every time I drop a new vlog. And also, if you're feeling generous, feel free to donate to either my PayPal or buy me a coffee. Links are in the description box or the bio. So any contributions will greatly be appreciated, guys. Any contribution also goes towards the channel in terms of content creation. So with that in mind, good God, people, thanks for tapping in, and see you guys on the next one. Peace.